afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting and everything and amazing Propagandacaster. Me, host from Pearl Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. All for you to everything spectacular, amazing 1v1 here on Ladoga Karelia. In the west, it is Asiamint pretending to be PFC here with Partisan tactics. Hello, with radio intercept, Partisan troops, Partisan tank hunters, spy network, and Mark equal double infantry and Katyusha. Versus these, it is Zodiak. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, Germany, Deutschland. Taking the role here of the... Let's just go with Sperrverband Wolf. With Osttruppen featuring, well, Osttruppen. Entrenching tools, field officers, supply drops, and the relative support with triple bulletins here. So we're off to a riveting and spectacular 1v1 here. And as always, a big thanks to my patron supporters, those wonderful, charming heroes of the propaganda ministry. These titans of support. And of course, those who donate as well. Big thanks to all you people. You're wonderful, and I worship you all, but not quite that far. But anyways, you too can join the ranks by pledging your page. You can just donate. Links in the video description. Otherwise, you can just comment, like, share, and subscribe. That would also make me happy and keep the YouTube algorithms a bit at bay. We got Asiamint here with triple conscripts. Double Osttruppen here for Zodiak. Probably going to see at least one more. Though we may go for a Gibber build and just go for 2 Osttruppen, namely for 2 and then take fast. Though most people tend not to go for the Gibber build. It is very much Jibber, Jabber, Jobber for the most part who sticks to the Gibber build. But, you know, I have seen other players experiment with the Gibber build as well. Third conscript there for Asiamint, right about done so far. No engagements here between the two sides. Car point being seized, few point grab. Zodiak actually going pretty aggressively here with the Osttruppen, bit spread out with the MD42, that is keeping the troops close to it. South side Osttruppen got the fuel point secured as well, so both fuel points here dominated by the Sperrverband Wolf here in the first few openings moments of the game, and there you go. Asiamint strikes here, having none of this fascist fuel hegemony, and was looking to, of course, put a Cossacks boot on that pretty fast enough. Zodiak is yet to go for additional troops. Is he actually going for the Gibber build here? Because he's not going for Osttruppen. Yeah, he is in fact possibly going here for the Gibber build. At least part Gibber by going for only double Osttruppen and the MD42. Gibber build involves double Osttruppen, MD42, fast seconds, panzergunners, and then a 251 half track. Note, you do not upgrade the half track unless you're really forced to. Well, let's of course that. But yeah, with a cop hit there, the steel build of course requires you to be a bit more careful how you build or operate, because again you can risk oaks and you're like here, losing access to some of the fuel here. Still, aggressive play there by Zodiak. Got more pioneers, so not quite a full Gibber build. Again, normally you would go for a panzergunner escort like this, but at least a partial one. At least a partial one. We got Sandbags in the south there from Asiamint looking to dig in here and of course prevent a direct push there towards the fuel point. Thumbs up there to Asiamint. Osttruppen about here trying to catch the cleared things, but the flamethrowers in the way, the Osttruppen will not be able to hold on long here. In the south we got the Osttruppen forward going for the conscripts here. North south we got a bit of pressure as well. We got the second pioneer squad on the way for Zodiak and the German army, though again he probably should be going for panzergrenadiers. Osttruppen was the conscripts. Bit of skirmishing there, and we got the Pioneer Squad number 2 ready here. Probably going to build the like to make a nice copy up fast. Probably going to see other flame for after. Get some 2-2s from Zodiak. Oh, that again has to push for the panzergrenadiers. And before to bang up the Osttruppen here, trying to push back here towards the fuel point there in the center lone. Osttruppen here versus the conscripts. You can just hold up there. MD42 laying down some pretty impressive firepower there. Mines was here for Zodiak on one of his Pioneer Squads. Obviously concerned about mines here from PFC. Very sensible concern to have, obviously. Very sensible up north here. Sandbags by the northern fuel point. Zodiac, of course, with the build he's gone for, finds himself suddenly in a bit of a sticky spot. There's again. It does risk being overextended, which is happening here. And then, of course, just pushed back on a broad frontage here by Asiamint. And again, you know, fast panzergunners also makes it hard for him to, like, you know, slow it down, this sort of pushback. Again, he can soon go for a light vehicle, but even then it will take a bit longer there. By a bit longer, I mean, not really, because, you know. There we go, half-tech. Light going to be at the flame for half-tech here, then from Zodiak. Though again, regular one would be great, in my opinion. I really should go for panzergrenadiers. I mean, no matter what, you're going for like just only 2 Osttruppen squads, you really need more panzergrenadiers. Even if you go for like 3, you still need panzergrenadiers. Like, no matter what, you need panzergrenadiers. We got Osmos, the conscript, got northern port secured there by the conscripts. South side here, bit of defensive position up, and a few craters here under Asiamint's command. Both fuel ports now controlled there by the Soviets. Could quickly snowball the game out of control there, and there you go, 250 after arriving. Mittlerer Schützenpanzerwagen. Asiamint, of course, knows immediately thanks to radio intercept. And I imagine we'll be seeing the flamethrower upgrade anytime soon, unless he's actually not planning on going for it. Mines are spotted again. All hail the minesweeper. The Minenräumer. Scout car on the way to Asiamint. That's actually interesting. He actually goes for scout car now. Huh. after moving ahead, and he is still not upgrading it, so... Oh, now we got the pencil, so I suppose it's a slightly variation or a slight alteration to the duo build, but it does seem to be actually going for it. Like, we got the double Osttruppen, we got the pentagon, we got the regular half-track here from Zodiak, so yeah. You're actually getting a duo build here from someone who's not jibber jabber jobber. Mines here from Asiamint. Not entirely sure what the half-track's doing all the way. I'm guessing it's a misclick there. Can certainly happen sometimes when there's some weird orderings. Hopefully the upcoming 64-bit update, for those who are not aware, they will be updating the game to 64-bit finally in the near future, which should help performance and some other issues. So hopefully misordering, or you shall say input delays for units to get the wrong orders, might also be alleviated with this. But then before tossing in the centre, half about there. Oh, well, now you upgrade for the flamethrower. A bit sad about that one personally. I feel like you shouldn't have gone that, but you know, c'est la vie. Mountain units here from Asiamint, obviously taking the threat of mine from Zodiak very seriously. Very good. Scout coming ahead here. Flamethrower uptake almost done. Pushing up for the northern fuel. 2 on the way for Zodiak, coming highly to the light vehicles there. South picture promises to be the Pioneer. In the centre, we've got a bit of a line up here. MD-42 being now backed up with the Flamethrower half-tack. Well, soon to be Flamethrower half-tack. Pushing for the southern fuel point, which Zodiak has left wide open, and looks like he's not setting up their little trap there. Northern point mixes of the Osttruppen. And you need to start the building about to get pushed out. Scout car there. Penalty was on the way for Asiamint. Season of Southern Point, Pioneer Sink Salfords. And you need the Flampanzerwagen. Strafnicki there, halfway down for Asiamint. In the south there we got the consequences of the Flamethrower half-track. Back catch reinforcing, nothing further going on there. Armoured car moving in to support the troops there, very good. Catching the M3A1, punching several large holes in. Also worth noting, while Asiamint has gone for Partisans, yet to utilise much of it besides again the radio intercept. There's obviously not been a lot of opportunity to really, I think, call in the Partisans either, but they're going to tank it off from the armoured car. Could actually call in the anti-tank Partisan squad, possibly to deal with it. There we go. Got the anti-tank part running here, and there you go. Gets off an anti-tank grenade, or at least a rocket there. One more shot, and then armoured car's going down. Got the flamethrower attack in the south here. One more shot, and there you go. Armoured car kaput. Small winner for Asiamint, and his anti-tank Partisans there with a Pilfert Panzer Schreck. Or whatever they can get access to, of course, from the Germans, would usually make what they make do with. North here, Conqueror 1842, force from retreat here. Zodiac could consider calling in the officer. And we got here a bunker going. Oh, sandbags up north, actually, for this bit of a bunker back in this base, flame fighting about. More punts coming here for Zodiac, very good. So good. Southern fuel being claimed here by the Partisans, the Red Army. Fun fact about Partisans, but they were not really a cohesive whole. In fact, there was actually several cases where the different Partisans group would fight against each other. And in some cases, the Germans actually exploit that. For example, in Poland, they would arm, Polish Partisans to fight Soviet Partisans, because the Soviet Partisans in particular, shall we say, rather played by their own rules, in part because a good deal of the Soviet Partisans were basically just Soviet troops caught behind during the initial stages of Operation Barbarossa, and basically just became Partisans. Some of them were in fact Soviet paratroopers caught behind after failed airborne operations, so little fun fact there. But then again, there was some animosity between the different Partisan groups, and they didn't all equally work well with each other. And of course, some of them were distinctly anti-Soviet as well, or anti-communist. Panzer moving ahead with Osttruppen backing up. Southern point being seized here by Asiamint. Back here, nothing further going on there for Zodiac. Better scrums in the south between Asiamint and Zodiac. His punch pushing forwards there. Probably should move the other punch support to assist here. Slight, I would say, slip up there by Zodiac. Not huge, but you know, could have been done slightly better. Asiamint is yet to further take up. Zodiac, meanwhile, I believe, is no, yes, yet to take up either as well. Obviously, he's gone for 2 light vehicles, which does slow down take for him. He can, of course, use supply drop here to supplement himself with more fuel and munitions, of course, a machine gun and a tank gun. Also worth noting, I missed this, we actually got 2 Partisan squads out here for Asiamint. Very good. Equipped with the PPSH-41, though they could be equipped with a variety of weapons, of course. Stolen German weapons were common. And they would also, I believe, get Sten guns dropped by from the British. Or occasionally they'd just get the tools to make their own submachine guns as well. So they were equipped with a variety of things. Pack 14 away there for Zodiak. Panzer falling back here. Realising they've been suddenly cut off. Flampanzerwagen pushes in very aggressively here. Bit of mistake, I think, by him. He's obviously trying to get some wipes, but holy smokes, he almost got the penal trooper squad with the saddle charge. Captures flamethrower uptake, or Asiamint dropped it too close. Our way, the flamethrower uptake down. A significant blow here to Zodiak. He's already been cut off from a lot of resources. He just lost one of his best vehicles right now in the current circumstances versus Asiamint. His only relief so far is Asiamint is not pulling ahead. They're fast for a medium armor. Bungray in the conscript squad. Oh, that's a white. That'll certainly help make up for the loss of the Flampanzerwagen. But not fully. We got 52 response 78 so far. Asiamint is enjoying a strong victory point lead here over Zodiak in the south. Awesome growing points. Panzer up economic field being held forwards. Panzer moving towards the center. Partisan forward sandbags down here. Back here reinforcing healing for Zodiak. Panzer engaging the Partisans with a Sturmgewehr 44. Northern point being seized with the Red Army. And back here there's still no tech happening for Asiamint. Still none. Definitely feel like he should be doing something about that soonish. As for Zodiak, he obviously wants to take up, but again, he is short on fuel again. In this regard, Asiamint's fuel harassment has been very much strongly on point here versus the Germans. The fascist Hitlerite scum, and it's definitely up to him to, shall we say, ensure that Zodiak can't easily push for medium armor, which would definitely be a big problem for Asiamint if he did, even with, you know, the heroics of the anti-tank partisans. Counter the Osttruppen. Punchman against the engineers up north here. Sturmgewehr 44. Cutting them down. In the south, we've got troops moving up. MD42 setting ready. Osttruppen Pioneers, Pack 40 as well here. Further south, engineers and such moving forward to their Asiamint. Still no tag up there though for him. But they're always good map control here. We got partisans there. Can also, of course, lay down traps if they want to. I don't think I've seen anyone lay down these concussive traps as of yet. Then again, most people don't use partisans in the first place. I mean, it's worth pointing out there. You just need to be careful. Better watch here. But most of the fun now happening around the southern fuel pony as Zodiak, of course, realizes has to make a more focused push there does so. Still no tech for either side. We got S-mines here looking to slow down any sort of advance. Very good. We got the anti-tank pins moving about here under Asiamint's command. The glorious, oh, I haven't given them a number, 5th Mechanized Corps. Here versus the Sperrverband der Wolf, composed of a mix of security units and shattered elements of the 16th Panzergrenadier Division. Got pins routed. Back here, still nothing going on there for Asiamint. He's definitely got the fuel advantage, so I find it a bit strange he's not actually pushing that towards like any kind of armor edge. And there we go, we got to take a final there for Zodiak. We got more partisans, putting him at 3 partisan squads. That's a lot of partisans. And while partisans will have to be good, you can also need to be careful you don't overextend the partisans because they can actually beat you out in terms of manpower. It's a bit risky. Meanwhile, Zodiak's going for a 3rd pioneer squad. That is, I mean, for the current circumstances, it's a bit unique. I mean, normally wouldn't go for like 3 pioneers here, but Zodiak apparently believes in the pioneers. And finally here, we got Asiamint taking up again. They fought with the Mechanized Armor Company, connected and get out of T-3476 pretty fast. There you go, 3rd Pioneer Squad. Got the tech going on there. Engineers being fought into the Pioneers. We got importing the conscripts here. North centre, though, it still remains very much under the Iron Curtain of Asiamint. Units to retreat. In the south, we got Panzers there flanking about here for Zodiak. Panzers there almost taking out the Partisans. Contra with the advancing Panzer squad. Tech done, can then build the Mechanized Armor Company that apparently Asiamint is not interested in. We got Partisan take down there, go white by the Panzer going to do there. No match for hardened German Mechanized Infantry. The Partisans fell like leaves in autumn. Got their Pioneers versus the Partisans. They're pushing back. S-marks in the tree path there, causing further catch marks to the Partisans. And back here we got Panzer moving up, sneaking up behind, hitting points there. Comes being pursued here by the Osttruppen and the Pioneer. South side a bit of harassment here with more part there caught by a lot of angry Germans. Still no take over there though. Asiamint definitely needs to get pushing for that tank before it's too late because of this rate. Zodiac's going to be able to push out for the tank ahead of him. And another Partisan squad bites the dust. He's lost quite a few Partisans now. Panzer retreating as they start to find the retreat path very much exposed. Grenade on the retreat path could see a possible wipe here, and he gets the Panzergrenadiers. That's definitely a good kill there for Asiamint. But he definitely needs to get that tank gun. He's really missing out on some to get some tank guns. South charge here, Pioneers get out the back door. Pioneers there almost caught in the blast of the satchel charge. But they weren't at a safe distance up north there. Pioneers sneaking in there. There's a problem call yet here for Zodiak. He not get anything out of it right away. But Asiamint, really I feel like he's dropping the ball at least somewhat by not going for that mechanized armor coming up. At this point, I'm almost only getting almost like 2 T-34s and 6s up by now, which would be a significant advantage to have over Zodiak. So that's like, oh, another grenade here. Bit further to the east, I think actually had a very good chance of getting wiped down the Osttruppen squad there. Anti-tank pounds right here, obviously no match for the Panzergrenadiere. Reinforcing, Partisans and penal troopers ready to make the next push. South got engineers being sailed here with the Panzergrenadiere. Second Panzer squad ready. Putting back at 2, very good. I'm still a bit surprised at the triple pioneer choice there by Zodiak. That one is a bit surprising. There you go. We actually get a half-check out for Asiamint now. That's an interesting pick there. I feel like had this been a bit sooner, I think that'd been a strong idea in some ways, but I feel like the timing for it right now is a bit, not amazing. Really, I think should be pushing for T-34-6. Obviously, he's probably just playing for his own strategy, which is fair, I suppose, but, like, you know, in most circumstances, I'd not advise it with the current timing. Say, get out a couple of tanks, then go for the half-tank. I think that'd be a strong move, since that way you can sort of, you know, keep the tanks better supported. Also make for some great pushes there, undercover the tanks, but without tanks at this timing, I feel like it's a bit of a not amazing choice there by Asiamint. Not amazing. Not the worst, but not the best. And the same part need to retreat. Popping Partisans and engineers in it, going to form up a nasty little assault team there. Nice work there by Asiamint, thumbs up. I do like myself some good mechanized infantry attacks, again done properly. They can be quite devastating. Do not take this lightly, particularly the Serb ones, because again they can actually fire at the half track. Despite it's not what the Serbs were known for. Meanwhile, the Germans were known for actually firing out the half track attack. Do not get that on the 251 half tracks. Go figure. Anyways, Pioneers back go up there, go popping out here, disrupting the position there. Could take out the Pack 40 here. That'd be a huge blow, but there you go, great in the midst here. In the end, I think didn't quite pay off there for Asiamint the way it hoped for. We got a grenade from the punch. These half tack need to get moving. Get caught in some bad pathing in the terrain here. I think he risks losing the half tack, and yeah. Nice attempt there by Asiamint, but probably should have been part of a bigger assault here with a bit more elements backing it up. And he really should be pushing for tanks first. Again, like, had this been alongside a couple of tanks, that would have been much more devastating. Partly because, again, what then happens is the tanks will usually draw the attention, keeping the half track safer. So that's also kind of the reason why we want at this point to have like tanks to back up, that lead the way. Since again, the tanks just naturally protect the half track by acting as a bigger priority target. So it sort of shows, say, soft protection, if you will, which is not necessarily something you consider a lot there, but again, but it is something I think that is worth pointing out. In some cases, you can allow softer units to survive simply because again they will be less a priority target compared to like your bigger tanks. So that is something worth keeping in mind when you're playing the game. Anyways, jumping around in the south, we still have a significant map control advantage for Asiamint, but again, tech-wise, kind of dropped the wall, and now Zodiak's going to be one with a medium tank advantage over Asiamint, which is definitely not going to help. Like, again, he could have had like several T-34s out, then backed up by the half-track, which I think would have been a much bigger issue here for Zodiak than the current set of the circumstances was going to get the Panther 4. And of course, Asiamint could probably stall it, a lot of T-34 spinning in. There's a bit of initiative that lost, a bit of an advantage, which could have been, much greater fun. But anyways, Partisan versus Pioneers. Got another grenade here, the RGD-33. Fragmentation grenade. Partisan up north here. More engineers for Asiamint as they did lose the minesweeper chaps here to the Germans, the fascists. T-34 looks on the way there for Asiamint, but we got the Panther ready for Zodiak and the Sperrverband der Wolf. The south here part grabbing the point there. Sent in from the nearby remnants of the 6th Panzer Division. Most of the infantry's already been sent back for refitting, but at least one of the panzer battalions were apparently in the area could sort of act support there, which is also not uncommon on the Eastern Front. Increasingly, like tanks were basically split up from the panzer division to like back up a lot of infantry units at the front line. So, little fun fact there. Anyways, T-54 looks like almost done there for Asiamint and the Red Army. Shadowing the building there, denying a hiding hole there for Asiamint's infantry. T-54 almost done, and again, he has the resources to go for another one almost right away, and I think by the time he has the second T-54 ready, he may actually have the resources to get a third one out, which is obviously going to be like 3 T-54 versus Zodiac, which could force him to, like, you know, maybe commit to, like, Stoogs. I mean, he would benefit from Stoogs, in my opinion, but, you know. Anyways, Panther pushing ahead, he got 6 kills already, 9 kills. Really getting the kill tally up here extremely well versus Asiamint, who's suddenly using ground across here. Up north, though, the Pioneers have a very disastrous encounter with the T-54 and quick retreat. Zodiac responds with another Pack 40, though again, they could cancel it. Go for Stroop 3G. Pioneers almost brought up with the T-54 Another half-track for Asiamint. He really wants to make those mechanized infantry tactics work. I admire the spirit and I like it, but again, I would recommend at least one more T-34 before going for the half-track, in my opinion. But again, it can be a great choice, particularly with a lot of anti-tank guns. Again, the T-34s draw the attention. The half-track swoops right past the packs. You pop out the infantry, you quickly clear out the Pack 40s, win. It's somehow actually how to do it as the Germans act. You know, get out with a bunch of tanks, fill a half-track up with stormtroopers and panzer grenadiers. The panzers, the Stoogs, draw the attention of the anti-tank guns. The half-track rushes in there, maybe backed out with mortars and smoke, and then use the assault infantry to clear out the anti-tank guns while the tanks then sort out the rest. So that's, you know, again, some opinions here of the Imperial game. But anyways, Panzer in the south end, a bit of trouble. T-54 and the Partisans. Got the half-track ready, the M5 half-track. Worth noting, the Zodiac didn't use the half-track much like that, in fact, due to the overall lack of vehicles. In fact, they're most used to transport troops around there, you know, logistical uses, rather than use, say, assault usage. So, little fun fact, then, in that regard, they're just, you know, ridden along on the tanks, the Disantniki, which is what they were trained for, actually. T-54 a lot of trouble. We got double packs plus the Panther going for it. Got anti-tank partners at the half-track. Meanwhile, then Zodiac keeps up the push here. Going aggressively versus Asiamint, looking to perhaps close the match off now. Well done, of course, quick win the match. Of course, one mistake, he could quickly turn things around. But there you go. Catching up hand score, trying to flank up behind the Pack 40s. Nicely spotted there by Zodiac. Up north, their point being claimed as well. They're threatening to cut off Asiamint's remaining fuel supply. Could get a bit dicey here for Asiamint. Again, getting a bit punished here for not going for T-34s fast enough and in large enough numbers. Like, again, I'm not saying you shouldn't go for a half-track at all. Ooh, we got Spy Network. 2 thumbs up. It's actually a pretty handy ability if you use it correctly. It can sort of like allow you to deduce where opponents and there you go. Got the anti-tank partisans and the Partisan tank hunt, or penal tubers. Well, they both start with P's, my brain sort of messes up. But there you go. That's really called in. He might be able to take out the Panzer IV with this. He's formed up an anti-tank bus here with the half-track as the Soviets. I'm sure Twisted Tootsie would be proud if you ever played Soviets. Tiltify ring down there, but that's actually a pretty good push there by Asiamint. Certainly redeems the half-track nicely. At least a good degree here. Might even get some wipes here on Zodiac's receiving troops the other way. Good counter-attack here with that Pack 4 now. Troll being overwhelmed and swarmed here. A brutal counter-attack here by Asiamint, threatening to undo everything Zodiac has just fought for here through the power of mechanized infantry part. Oh my god, both packs are gone. He's done just the Panther IV. And now, of course, Asiamint has the Pack 40s under his command. He can actually just grab the reinforcement at the front line again. That's the power of the half-track. This is disastrous for Zodiac, unless, of course, Asiamint doesn't grab it. It actually allows here an opening for Zodiac to launch a counterattack and take out the half-track at the very least. Taking the T-54, there you go, taking a hit to close range, but there you go, gets the half-track. Dying rations flung out there of the half-track as it explodes like confetti of a much more macabre kind. They missed out on shooting to grab the packs and you crew them. I think there's a mistake there by Asiamint, but still, for Zodiac, does present a small opening here, which he might be able to wring out victory. Like one might wring out water from a strip of cloth. There you go. Pack's been recruited here by Zodiak. Asiamint forced to pull back the T-34, going for another one. Very good. He could also go for another one soon enough. And then he could go for a half-track after that. So that was some brutal back and forth here between Zodiak and Asiamint. Brutal stuff. But I think a good aggressive counter-attack there by Zodiak, and certainly probably what he had to do. Like, he had just had to hope that Asiamint was, you know, not quite, you know, taking this seriously enough, giving it open so just hit in and do some damage. And certainly getting rid of the half-track was, I think, very good. So, 2 thumbs up there to Zodiak. 2 thumbs up. Judgment right rank points here. South side here we got Asiamint advancing. T-34 on 2 almost done. First one is half 852. Fixing up the Panzerkampfwagen 4, and there we go. Second T-34 6 ready here for Asiamint and the 5th Mechanized Corps. Panzer almost fixed up. Up north we got the T-34 advancing swiftly for Asiamint, threatening to run some scattered outposts here under Zodiac's command, like the Pioneers up north there. Ram the northern field. T-34 advances. South here we got Pioneers been fixed up the Panzer IV. Also almost the T-34 here. Shoots, misses. Shots fired the Osttruppen. Looking to crush them here. But they retreat. So they suddenly become uncrushable. If you like directly drown the tank over them, they somehow don't get crushed. There you go. T-34 gun caught here. Info support was a bit lacking. Got the infantry moving in there. Bomb grenade and nearby troops there. Oh dear, and there you go. Didn't do so much this. That's great there for Asiamint. Still a bit of a dicey engagement here. Zodiak moving in the pack 40. Need to cover to get too close here. Panzers in the fire here. People troops there being shredded by the assault rifle fire of the Panzers, gaining the ace in the process. Packs are holding up here through the small crater of the small gaps here in the remainders of the locking camp here in the center. Moving up the pack 40. T-34 trying to get out of there. Panzer on the south occupying there with the Asiamint's infantry. Half-track again there for Asiamint. He's a believer in the power of mechanized infantry. Thumbs up to that. But he needs to get his T-34s fixed up quickly and swiftly. We got 222 versus 359. Back here, Pioneers reinforcing. Far south, we got the Pioneers being pushed back. Partisans being pushed back with the Panzer IV. So many units with P right now. Pioneers, Panzergrenadiers, Partisans, Penal Troopers. Yeah, it's a bit confusing. It seems for me. Panzer north is there, 6 kills, close to veterans 1. Now that Panzerkampfwagen 4 there for Zodiak. And the Sperrverband der Wolf. And there it goes. Third half-track ready here. Third M5. T-34 moving in here. Panzer IV moving in. Constant advanced as well there. They're going to try and rush in here. One pack 4 nearby. Panzer IV takes a hit here. Pops. Oh dear. Might have been an accident there. Might have been an accident there. Half-track's about to go down here. Yup. Didn't quite go so well there. In the end, the T-34 did not end up drawing far away from the half-track this time around. Partly because the T-36 was too fast. The half-track wasn't. Again, the order of the attack, they could have been done a bit better. Now risk losing the T-34 as Zodiak emancipated into the second pack 40 inside of the logging camp. 2 thumbs up to the Zodiac, some really intense farming here, but it seems like Asiamint's maneuvers are increasingly finding flaws in them, and Zodiac remains, I think, pretty tight in terms of defensive firepower, and is able to like just slap down these attacks. So, despite I think some really cool ideas here by Asiamint, he is struggling to, I think, to execute them properly. Though again, he may be working on them. And obviously, with enough time in training, may be able to perfect them. So, just worth commenting on. T-34 straight from the pack 40 here. In fact, it's got 2 pack 40s, be pretty dangerous with the T-34 from 6. Panzer moving in there. Worth noting he's only got 1 pump squad and 1 anti-tank pump squad left there, meaning he's got very few anti-tank grenade sources. Right now, he's actually short munitions for it. Passing the fire here, we got 5 kills. Half H53, parts on the south end of half from the other Panzer IV there. Brutal slaughter here between the trees. Partisan dying in countless numbers. Trying to get their teeth in or Panther 4. They almost got it. Close but not quite there for Asiamint. Close but not quite. And the 17th for the Rab got the Pack 4s right there opening up and punching several large holes in the teeth for the Forceman 6's armor. All one is good to go here. 13 kills. Slowly approaching Veteran 3 and we got the Partisans once more on the move. Back here reinforcing healing for Zodiak. Deutschland. Pack 4's being out there for Zodiak in the south. Repairs happening in the Panther. We've got the Triple Partisan can repair it very fast. And obviously long term, Triple Partisan is a great idea. Just like the early timing of it seemed a bit weird. But anyways, hard at work there fixing up the Panther 4. T4 rushing through the center. We've got the Pack 4's already moved in to deal with this Marxist armored assault. Panzer moving in the south here. Panzer also moving in, but they're coming under fire from the Panther 4. And the center units being bled out and murdered. There you go. Grenade pushing back. The Panzer's getting poor Jürgen. In the north, Osttruppen, the Panzer going to do that. In the south, the T-46 races into the Pack 40 and takes direct hit here, and that's going to go down. We've got a target weak point just in case. Didn't matter. The T-46 combusts. Its munitions going off. Panther Shrek and the T-Panther 4, and there you go. Down it goes. The house collapses, crashes the Partisan, and the Panther Shrek flies out the window. All the point being seized. T-56 moving in, close to the 8th level. Pioneers grabbing the Panther Shrek. Another Panther 4 for Zodiac. Panther Lot getting murdered. Down to 1 man. Panther 4 halfway to Veteran 2. Panther right here. Starting to look pretty bad for Asiamint. Most of it is gone. One does have 2 tanks. The problem is Zodiac also has 2 tanks. He's getting a 3rd one. Oh, he actually has 2 tanks and Asiamint does not. He's got more tanks, he's got more anti-tank weapons, he's got more everything right now, and I think the issues for Asiamint. Okay, crucially, he's also sending more support weapons, which is also, I think, something where Asiamint is kind of lacking. He is going for the field gun now, but that is rather late to the party. So there you go, 3rd Panther already here for Zodiac. We've got 222 with 254 going for the Nordic spot with the Osttruppen. Field gun right about done. Asiamint is more or less confined to his base now here, and there you go in the south part is thinking about. Did the Panther actually spot them? Or was he just making sure to sweep for Partisans? Up north got the Osttruppen, the Partisans there. Field gun there, ready to deal with the Panther 4, gets a good hit. North they're punting with the Osttruppen. The grenade, they might just stand a chance there, go retreats, doesn't take the chance. And we got Insignia options down for nearby before 2, breaking up the Zodiac assault in the center, very good. Asiamint's chances, I would say, looking pretty weak right now. Straight into the Pack 40 here, the Panther 4. About to lose his ace, T-34-6, in the MB-42 doesn't down, there you go, down it goes. Shelters it all off, and there you go, Asiamint pulls out a victory here for the German army. A brutal fight in the wintry snows of Ladoga Karelia, and in the end, Zodiac came out ahead there. Asiamint, I think, had a strong start, but I feel like he flapped a bit there with the tech. And again, well, I definitely feel like the half-tech was a great idea. The way it was executed, again, I feel like had some issues. So, there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. I've learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it, tell friends, tell a fan, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Links and cheers. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all tomorrow again for another episode.